talk about this Ginny Thomas text messages thing, and talk about why these text messages by or from the spouse of a justice to the White House chief of staff is so problematic from the court's perspective.
Well, let's just think about that. The wife of a sitting justice having the private number of the chief of staff of the president of the United States and text messaging him during what is an insurrection on the Capitol about the need to take back this country, to put the then sitting president and continue to have him in his spot in the White House. I mean, it really does boggle the mind. And to be clear, this isn't the first time that we've heard about perhaps an untoward or too deep relationship between Ginny Thomas's work as a lobbyist and consultant in Washington, D.C., and the work that her husband performs as a member of the Supreme Court. This has been something that has been talked about in Washington, D.C. for years. The reporting this year has actually grown more ferocious. There have been at least 4 reports in as many weeks about Ginny Thomas's work and the way in which it frequently interacts with the work that her husband does as a member of the Supreme Court. But I think what is especially problematic here is that the Supreme Court is going to be an arbiter of what happened on January 6th. They are hearing cases. They have already heard cases about whether or not certain information could be disclosed to the January 6th special committee. And interestingly, in at least one of those cases, Justice Thomas was the lone dissenter. And so it begs the question, how closely related are the Thomases' activities? And it's not to say that Justice Thomas is somehow corrupted or is not impartial. It is to say that the appearance of a too close relationship is certainly there. And for a branch that really depends on the goodwill of the public for its own legitimacy, depends on the public understanding its work as driven by law as opposed to partisan politics, this is a really untoward association that cannot sit well.